Morning. This is cause number 2021-37442 in the interest of Tanila Carter. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Tashawn Knox. I'm her mother.
All right, and representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Kavita Sharma.
Court will note that Kevin Norman Cook Sr. is a non-custodial parent. He was personally served on April 2nd, 2022 at 7:09 a.m. at 3410 Falcon Trail Court in Spring, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
That is correct, Your Honor.
There was further attempt to notify him of this Zoom hearing by certified mail return receipt requested, which went unclaimed, and he has not checked in, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call Ms. Tashawn Knox, please.
All right.
Ms. Knox, how old is your child?
2 years old.
And who is her father?
Kevin Cook.
And how do you know he's the father?
He's the only one I was intimate with at the time, and he's acknowledged it.
So are you asking the court to establish a legal relationship between Mr. Cook and your child?
Yes.
And would you agree that joint managing conservatorship is in the best interest of your child between the parents?
Yes.
And who does your child live with?
She lives with me.
And are you asking the court to allow you to maintain the child's primary residence in Harris and contiguous counties?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to set a standard possession and access for Mr. Cook to have visits with the child?
Yes.
And are you asking for pickup and drop off to be at the McDonald's on 13755 Will Clayton Parkway in Humble, Texas?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to acknowledge that there's been a history of violence between you and Mr. Cook, and you would like to keep your address confidential?
Yes.
And at this time, you understand that we're going to set guideline child support amount with consideration of minimum wage, correct?
Yes.
And how is your child covered under health insurance?
Medicaid.
And are you asking the court to allow you to continue that insurance for your child?
Yes.
And do you agree to pay any uncovered health costs that the insurance doesn't pay?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to allow Mr. Cook to pay $57 a month beginning July 1 toward the medical insurance?
Yes.
And as far as current child support, are you asking the court to set that at $217 a month beginning July 1?
Yes.
And your child was born April 8th of 2020, correct?
Yes.
And during that time, since she's been born until today, has Mr. Cook provided any direct financial support for her care?
Just $900.
And considering that $900, you've given him credit for that when we calculated the back support, correct?
Yes.
And that back support amount that you're asking from April 8th, 2020 until today would be a total amount of $4,959.
That's after the 900 is deducted, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And are you asking the court to order that Mr. Cook pay that back at $75 a month beginning July 1?
Yes.
And are you asking the court order Mr. Cook pay court costs if they're billed to him?
Yes.
Have you reviewed and signed this order today?
Yes.
And do you believe it's in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
Did we discuss non-disclosure?
Miss Knox, as far as any past history of abuse, you have not previously called the police on Mr. Cook, correct?
No.
Can you describe the abuse that you're afraid will be ongoing if he knows how to contact you?
It's always verbal and emotional every time we come in contact.
If he knows where you live, ma'am, is he likely to cause you or your child any harassment, abuse, serious harm, or injury?
So he, via text message, he did tell me that once. So that's why I said that when I applied, yeah, he did threaten to do that, but he haven't. He haven't.
Okay, but he might cause you some harassment. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor, and thank you
Court,
for that.
the court will, why do we have then family violence finding if he hasn't caused any?
No, Judge, I will remove that paragraph and resubmit the order for your signature.
Need to check the order before you come before the judge.
Yes, Judge, my
Family
apologies for
violence,
that.
okay. All right, the court will approve the order once that correction is made.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Knox, just hold the line for one moment, okay?
Okay.
in. Calm down. Go in here. Go out to the. Yes, I'm on the phone. When I'm done, okay? I'll come in. When I'm done, I'll come and stop.
All right, this is cause number 2021-67760 in the interest of Emmanuel Garcia. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Bercia.
I do.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Grandmother,
Your
and my
name.
name is Lori Bergia,
Are you the grandmother on the mother's side or the father's side?
mother's side.
Okay. And representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Luis Regla.
Court will note that the mother is not present. She was personally served on October 29th, 2021, 12:31 p.m. at 4127 King Crest Drive in Houston, Bexar County, Texas.
Not Houston, she's in San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas, sorry, Bexar County. Also, the father, non-custodial parent Samuel Arredondo Garcia Jr. is not present. He was also served October 29, 2021 at 4:08 p.m. at 4127 King Crest Drive, San Antonio, Bexar County, Texas. And he is not checked in. He has not filed an answer. She has not filed an answer. Is that correct, Mr. Regla?
That's all correct, Judge.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the grandmother as the witness.
All right.
And ma'am, the child in this case, Emmanuel Azriel Garcia, was born October 12th, 2015, correct?
Yes,
Now, the mother and the father in this case, they both live together. Is that right?
yes.
Can you tell the judge how is it that the child went to live with you instead of being with his parents? What happened?
First it started off with the father. He wanted me to take him, and then they both. She was in a mental institution for a while, or some establishment, something anyway. And so I came, and then when she got out, I tried to, she was still unstable, and they both wanted me to take them after that. And
The mother, she's still dealing with mental health issues?
bad, yes, she's worse than ever.
How
Does she
long
also-
have you had this child, ma'am?
I took him in April
Of what year?
of last year.
Of last year. Okay.
Now, how many kids does your daughter have?
She has 5.
How many kids does she actually have with her? Or has she lost all of them?
She lost all of them.
Okay.
Is that through CPS, ma'am?
3 of them were CPS, and the other 2 she just gave up to me.
All right. Go ahead.
Right now, so here we're addressing only one of the kids, Emmanuel, correct?
Yes, the
And-
other one is with my daughter took. She, the mother allowed her to have him.
Does she also struggle with any addiction issues, any kind of drug issues?
Yes, she does. She has pill addiction and methamphetamine addiction.
What about the father? Do you know if he has any mental health or addiction issues?
He denies it, but I know he has methamphetamine addiction.
You believe they use meth together?
Yes,
Okay, and given that they both left the boy with you, are you requesting that going forward you be appointed as a sole managing conservator of Emmanuel?
definitely.
And given that they live in another city, that there not be a geographic restriction at this time?
No,
And what about the visit schedule, since they both live out of town and both have issues with addiction and that they're struggling with. You requested that there be a modified schedule of visits so that they can come together 1 p.m. to 5
Yeah.
p.m. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're not going to, but I mean, I put it there in case they get it together, and she needs to be into an institute. She needs a lot of help.
Now, the mother is unemployed, correct?
Yes.
However, we were able to find some income information for the father, verifying that he is working and he's making about $2,294.25 averaged out per month gross income. Is that correct?
Actually, I'm not sure, but I do know he's working.
All right.
I mean, at last I knew anyway.
And that apart from the one child that we're addressing in this case, he actually has child support orders and medical support orders for 2 other kids that we were able to verify through court orders. Is that also correct?
Yes.
And that your daughter has child support orders for 3 other kids that she's obligated to support. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Therefore, the average monthly net income we would be using for the father would be roughly $1,921, and for the mother it'd be roughly $1,117 net income average per month. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the guideline child support applying to the father would be 16% for the child support, and for the mother it'd be 14.75 for the child support that they should each be ordered to pay. Would you also agree with that?
Yes.
And
Um,
Emmanuel has Medicaid, correct?
Yes.
So would you agree with the state that the court should order Samuel Garcia to pay $69 a month beginning July 1st, 2022, and order Gretchen Ackerman to pay $25
Yeah,
a
I
month,
mean,
also beginning July 1st, 2022? Would you agree with both of those?
I agree to it. I
Okay.
know it's the impossible with her right now.
And that the court should order the father to pay guideline child support of $307 to begin July 1st, 2022, and for the mother to pay $165 a month beginning July 1st, 2022. Would you agree with that as well?
Yes.
Now, there is a small amount of retroactive child support the state has requested from August 24th, 2021 through, I'm sorry, from November 30th to August 24th, 2021. The amount of child support state's requesting is $989 with the monthly payout of $63 a month. You have no objection to that, is that correct?
No.
Has the father ever paid you any kind of money for child support for Emmanuel?
No, he one time gave me some money for because they received they both, I guess, received when they what was it, that child, when they were given the money for the what was it called, child, remember, I don't know what they were giving out monthly for the children through the school year. I think we did it for like 4 months. I can't remember what it's called. He had given me $100 some one time from that payment that they received.
Okay.
I mean, they received several, but no, he didn't give me no child support. It was out of the money that Emmanuel was supposed to be, and Francisco was supposed to be receiving, but they were receiving it.
And would you agree with the state? The court should order a judgment then of $989 paid out at $63 a month by Mr. Garcia beginning July 1st, 2022.
Yes, that's fine.
And on the mother's side, that she have a retroactive child support judgment of $845, and she should be ordered to pay at $35 a month beginning July 1st, 2022.
That's fine.
And do you believe this court order is in the best interest of Emmanuel?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to grant this default order against both Mr. Garcia and Ms. Ackerman.
Yes.
Judge, I'll pass the witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.